Hello everyone, Big Mike here, aka Kari from Purple Laugh Trip, and I wasn't able to do any live reactions for this week for One Piece, but what we're going to do right now is a review slash discussion video, and yeah, Oda's on a roll right now. This Reverie, even though the editor said that this will just be probably right around the mark of like 10 chapters, the Reverie's the Reverie's on fire, guys. The Reverie's on fire. And I'm really happy that this is happening right now. There's a reverie of so much stuff being thrown at us, so much information, so much questions again being thrown at us. Like, oh, what the hell? Why? Stuff like that. It just pretty much builds more of the lore of One Piece, and puts some more pieces in the puzzle, and kind of adding more spaces at the same time because more questions are being asked. So now, as always, we'll start from the beginning, and we pretty much headed back to Whole Cake Island. We got Big Mom having a discussion with another dude, and that is pretty much another Yonko. And we got Kaido on the other line. They're talking about who gets to freaking kick Luffy's butt. Who's gonna get the head of Monkey D. Luffy? And on my end, it makes sense. Both of them pretty much had their names pretty much kind of, or not really their names, but they got something taken from them by Luffy. As for what Big Mom said, for Big Mom, physically speaking, Luffy did get something from her. Polygraph, Zeus, and pretty much the pride of the Big Mom Pirates. With Kaido, Luffy pretty much just stolen the ability for Kaido to gain smiles. Because again, Doflamingo is down, no one's going to make smiles for Kaido anymore. So they pretty much have beef on Luffy, absolutely. And the one thing that a lot of people, and me included, are kind of wondering in this conversation is, what does Big Mom has or have against Kaido? What is this lifelong debt that Big Mom, that Kaido pretty much owes Big Mom? What is it? Is it something that's been, again, like 40 years ago? Because based on what we've read so far, again, transitioning to Garp and the others, their discussion is talking about Luffy being targeted by the Yonko, but it transitioned into another pirate, I'm assuming, under the name of either Rocks or Locks, either of those two. For the fact that, based on the conversation, and if you're able to, if you're able to get the two topics together and mesh the two conversations together between Garp and the other Vice Admirals and Yonko, Big Mom, and Kaido, it's kind of implying that Kaido and Big Mom were in a singular pirate crew under the banner of Locks or Rocks. And also, this is probably more of a small tidbit of intro or foreshadowing of that lurking legend that was, again, hinted by Oda a couple of chapters or chapters back before the start of Whole Cake Island. And if that is the case, hello, Locks and Rocks, because seemingly this group of people are big, real big names to make, or pretty much to give Garp the title of the hero, or Garp the hero, pretty much, because we all thought, which based on previous chapters, previous topics, previous conversations, the reason why Garp was called the hero was because he was able to fend off Goldie Roger, was able to hold off Goldie Roger, and at the same time, quote unquote, capture Goldie Roger, which he didn't, because Goldie Roger pretty much surrendered himself. But basing on this chapter, that wasn't the case. He was already considered the hero of the Marines because he was able to do battle or pretty much fend off this pirate crew. This guy whose name is Locks or Rocks. We need a clarification on that, more likely. And again, they're still pretty much existing. They're just not as infamous or as heard of as back then 40 years ago. That's big. That's absolutely big. Now, we transition to Shirahoshi and the gang. Charles, being the sick bastard as he is, sent off a freaking giant to capture Shirahoshi, pin her down, cuff her up, and this pretty much led to the other princesses that Luffy pretty much had connections with, Vivi, Rebecca, trying to find a way, trying to have a conversation, trying to convince people to do something, trying to talk to the Celestial Dragon to stop what he's doing. But again, they're Celestial Dragons, we know who they are, they're a piece of shit, and they won't do it. So, on this situation, Liu and Sai try to help, but lo and behold, we got Lucci. We got Lucci and CP0 with Kaku. Kaku is confirmed to be part of CP0. And defend them off. Sai got kicked in the head. I believe Leo got grabbed and more like a thrown. And they're pretty much knocked down. And after that, Neptune. Yeah. Big boy Neptune. Gonna be knocking out some names there, boy. But lo and behold, didn't happen. Another guy came in and pretty much, for lack of a better term, hit, hammered, smashed. Yeah, there you go. Smashed the face of freaking Charles, just like how Luffy did it. But the difference is with a mallet or with a mace. If you guys remember the guy from Fisherman Island, the Tenryubito that went to Fisherman Island to get his slaves back, but that was saved by Otohime because he was about to be killed by other fishermen. Yeah, he's back. He's still Tenryubito. He's still back, and for some odd reason, I don't see him aging, unless if the color of his hair changed already. But based on what I'm seeing, he hasn't aged a bit. He saved them, and he said to Neptune and the guys, all thanks to Otohime, I'm now human. I'm no longer a Celestial Dragon like them. I am a Celestial Dragon by title, but I'm no longer the same scum as Charles and the other Celestial Dragons. And we gotta reveal the goddamn guy's name. His name is Don Quixote. Now, I can't pronounce his second name, but he's a Don Quixote just like Doflamingo. Does this mean that every Don Quixote of the Tenryubito class are good guys? Maybe. Maybe not. I don't know. So, we got that out of the way. And, this is where the why and the what's come in already. Just like last chapter, we got a why is that there? Why is the straw hat there? Now, we got something way different, and it's kind of, in a way, making it seem that this person is either evil or turn into the dark side, maybe? I have another thought on that, but here's the thing. Just like last time, I'm not going to dwell into it because there's just a lot of things that could be or might be the reason why Shanks, of all people, is able to have a conversation, a meeting with the Gorosei and marry freaking Joa. How in hell is a Yonko a pirate? Even though he's a Yonko, he's still a pirate, able to have a meeting with the Gorosei. How? How is Shanks able to infiltrate Hooded and all with the Yonko and the freaking the Gorosei. The Gorosei even said, just like last time in freaking Marineford, because it's you, we'll hear you out. Because it's you, we'll let this slide. Guards go out, we're gonna have a conversation here. Now, what I could probably get into this, or what I could more likely assume or theorize, is the possible person that Shanks would like to talk about. Because at the end of the chapter, he was wanting to talk about a particular pirate. Now, there are two people I would assume he would like to talk about. One of them ain't Blackbeard, because Blackbeard's already a Yonko. The Gorosei already knows enough so far about Blackbeard. I don't believe Shanks has any more information about Blackbeard that Gorosei doesn't know. But if he does, fine. But at the same time, I don't really find that to be the reason. The two possible people that Shanks would like to talk about with the Gorosei is one, it's Luffy. Because Luffy is the one person that the Gorosei is kind of having their eyes on at the moment, and at the same time Shanks as well, for the fact that Shanks is waiting for Luffy to meet up with him at the summit. And also, at the same time, Gorosei are eyeing on him because he is slowly getting into their nerves for the fact that he is slowly revealing some stuff that he's not supposed to know, or the Straw Hat Powers are not supposed to know. Now, with Shanks, on the other hand, if there's a big if, Shanks would like to talk to Luffy, or talk about Luffy, it's either he's warning the Celestial Dragons about Luffy, about what he's accomplishing recently, and at the same time, or same thing, and is reporting to the Gorosei that, hey, if you still want to have this moment of peace to some degree, you might want to stop Luffy. I will meet him at Raftel and try to beat him, try to pretty much kill him, because I'm waiting for him to be there. And if he does go to Raftel, I will pretty much meet him myself and beat him, so that he will not be able to reveal to the world what you guys have done, what we have done. Because there's been some theories out there that Shanks, just like with Dragon and the guys, is a celestial dragon back in the days. That's a possibility. Now, there's also one character which is kind of introduced already in this chapter, and you know who I'm talking about. That's Locks or Rocks. I don't believe that he doesn't know anything about Locks or Rocks, because back in the days, he was a kid. More likely, he's been hearing some of the elder folks talk about Locks and Rocks. So, it's not far of an idea that he's wanting to talk to them so that we can prevent the comeback of this Locks or Rocks pirates. Again, that's a possibility. But again, Blackbeard, yeah, but at the same time, I don't really see Blackbeard being a discussion, being the pirate that Shanks would like to talk about. It's either going to be Luffy or Rocks and Locks. Either of those two. Alright? So, without further ado, again, that's pretty much it. If you have any other thoughts regarding the chapter, talk about it in the comment section below. And if you like this video, put a like on it, subscribe to the channel, and ring on the bell to get notified of anything that we put out. And as always, have a great day, have an awesome week to our Too Sweet Nation, and Too Sweet to everyone.